He said, wow, your hemoglobin levels are really low. You need blood. You have to get a blood transfusion and 2 iron transfusions. I said, what? I said, a blood transfusion? Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Aniya, and today I'm just going to be doing a talk through / get ready with me / life update. I'm just going to be talking about what's been going on as far as my health and why I fell off with my business and what's to come from my business. And I'm just going to jump right into it. I'm just going to be doing eyebrows, lashes, eyeshadow, because I'm not good with foundation. I don't wear foundation, so I'm going to just stick to what I know. And yeah, so back in September of 2019, I got a Nexplanon implant in my arm. Nexplanon is a form of birth control that is supposed to last up for 3 years. It's an implant in your arm. You just get it implanted, you good, and you get it out in 3 years, okay? Remember, 3 years, okay? So, my doctor talked me into getting this Nexplanon because I was originally on birth control, the pill, and I didn't like how it made me feel. I didn't like it. I became a very mean person on it. I felt depressed on it. I didn't like it, and I didn't like how it was making me treat other people. I was spazzing out, y'all. It made me feel crazy. I felt really crazy, so I didn't like it. So I was looking for another birth control alternative because, you know, I don't want kids anytime soon. So I decided to go with Nexplanon. And at the same time, my sister also got the implant in her arm. Fast forward to February, I would say May of this year, of 2020. Fast forward to May of 2020. This whole time, mind you, the Nexplanon has been perfect. Like, I've been having normal periods and everything's just been good. I haven't had any bad cramps, or like the reviews that I read, it didn't match with what was going on in my body. So I was like, oh, this is great. Like, finally I found something that worked for me, okay? I was just happy I found something that had worked for me. And before I was on any type of birth control, I would have really weird periods, really irregular and really heavy periods. And when I switched to Nexplanon, it regulated my periods. I was like, thank God it wasn't as long. I was happy. I was really happy with Nexplanon. I was like, it lasts 3 years, and that's perfect. Like, that is perfect, because I don't want kids until I'm like 27, 30. I don't want kids anytime soon. So it was good for me. So I got on it, and everything was good. Like I said, everything was going good until I came on my period. Like normal, I came on my period. But then this period lasted it lasted longer than it should have, and I was concerned. Not really, because like I've had 8-day, 10-day periods before, and when it was going on like the 15th day, I'm like, okay, this is crazy. Like, why am I still bleeding? And it wasn't like I'm bleeding and it's getting lighter. It's I'm bleeding and it's consistently heavy and consistently blood clots, which is, blood clots are normal. Sorry, listen, this TMI, but I'm gonna just tell you what happened to me for real. Blood clots are normal, but not as many as I was having, and not as big as I was having them. So I looked up, Google make you think you did. I looked up, you know, what is wrong with me? Why am I having so many blood clots? Is it normal to have this many blood clots? So I called my mom. Well, I called my mom for any and everything. Every second of the day, I'm on the phone with my mom. I called my mom, and I'm like, Mom, I'm telling her basically what's happened with me. And she was like, that don't sound right. You need to go to the doctor. So I'm like, you know, I'll be okay. I'll be fine, whatever. Then one day I'm using the bathroom, and I went to go stand up, and I feel like I'm about to faint. So I jump in the shower to get water on me. And mind you, I just got my locks done. I just locked my hair. And this is the first week I had my locks. And she was like, try not to get it wet if you can. I just jumped in the shower, hair wet, everything. I did not care, y'all. I felt like I was going to die. I felt like I was literally going to die. So I called my boyfriend. I was like, babe, can you come in here really quick? Something is not right. Like, I felt like I was going to pass out. So he helped me or whatever. Actually, I texted him before I even felt like I was about to pass out. And he came in the bathroom, and he helped me in the shower because he could see on my face like something wasn't right. So after I like almost passed out and scared the shit out of myself, I go back in the room to try to drink some water and lay down for a little bit. Before I passed out, like a few days before I passed out, I was experiencing shortness of breath. Like, I would walk up the steps and be like, and I'm not the skinniest person, but I'm not the biggest person. I should not be out of breath walking up a flight of stairs. So that's not normal for me. I don't get out of breath walking up the steps. So that's how I knew something was wrong, like really wrong. So I was just thinking, yo, I'm fat. At the time, the days that it had happened before I had almost fainted, I just felt like I was just out of shape, and you know, being in quarantine and laying down all the time, you know, I was like, dang, I'm fat, I really need to go work out. So after I go lay down in my boyfriend's room, I feel crazy. Like, I feel really, really crazy. So I go to the emergency room, and I'm like, my mom and my boyfriend take me to the emergency room, and I basically tell the doctor what's been happening and how I've been bleeding for so long. And they asked me all these questions, and I honestly thought it was either fibroids, cancer, because Google cancer. I just thought the worst. I just thought the absolute worst. And I could see it being fibroids because I had bad periods all my life. So I was like, okay, maybe it is fibroids, but at least I will know what's going on with me, even if it was. I was praying it wasn't. So I go back, and mind you, I'm in there alone because of COVID. And I've never been in the hospital alone by myself ever. And so I've never needed to advocate for myself. And I didn't really know how to advocate for myself. That's basically what I'm saying. I didn't know how to advocate for myself. And my mom couldn't go with me, so she couldn't advocate for me. So I just listened to what I'm told. And, you know, I couldn't do anything else really. I go to the back. They finally call me in the back. And they run all these tests, you know, all these tests, them get my blood drawn and everything. So they tell me, oh, you're fine. I waited about 10 hours in a hospital for y'all just to tell me, oh, I'm fine. I was like, we think it's your birth control. And I'm like, shut up. It's not my birth control. Like, I've been on this birth control for how long? And I've been fine this whole time. I was like, I doubt all of this is happening to me because of my birth control, just because of my birth control. You know, I thought it had to be something else. I was thanking God that it wasn't like fibroids or anything serious, but I'm like, you guys really didn't find anything. And I'm already like kind of wary about going into hospitals and doctors, you know, especially being a Black woman. They don't always look out for us or don't take us as serious as our counterparts. So, and I was like, whatever. I was just so ready to leave. I was pissed. I was so ready to leave. I was like, fine, that's fine. He was like, talk to your OBGYN. They prescribed me, I forgot the name of it. It's a birth control, Depo-Vera. Depo-Vera is a birth control. It's a shot that you can get, I think, every month, I believe. But I heard really bad reviews on Depo. So I was like, I didn't want to do it. They were giving me Depo in the pill form. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I didn't feel comfortable taking another birth control with the birth control already in my arm. That's going to make me bleed. I've read a lot of reviews on Depo, and my aunt has taken Depo. I have a few friends who have taken Depo, and they bled out for like 30 days straight. And I was like, I'm not going to take something that's going to make me bleed even more when I'm already bleeding. I'm trying to stop the bleeding. So I was like, no. I was like, you know, I'll just be fine. You know, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. So I go back home, call my OBGYN to schedule an appointment with her. I go in to see my OBGYN, and I basically tell her what's been going on and everything. And she's like, well, what hospital did you go to? Did you have a copy of your records and stuff? I'm like, no, but what I need a copy of my records for if that's their job. And she's like, oh no, you always need a copy for yourself, which is true. That is smart. She's like, you always need a copy for yourself. So she was asking me what's been going on, and she was like, well, how do you feel, and have your symptoms been getting better? Has your period been getting lighter? And no, the whole time they weren't. None of my symptoms have went away. So I told her that, and she was like, well, she prescribed me some medicine. I don't know what medicine it is. She said take that, but I didn't feel comfortable taking any medicine while I still had the implant in my arm. If the implant was really what was causing me to bleed this much, I don't feel comfortable taking other medication with it in my arm. I'm the type of person who doesn't like any medication. I will try to find a natural remedy for everything before I take any medication. I just don't like medication. So she's like, you know, she basically told me the hospital that I went to at first was trash. They weren't doing a good job. She was like, it's crazy that that's just your birth control doing all this to you, which I agree with her. I was like, it has to be more, right? So she just wanted me to monitor like my symptoms for the next few days. And she's like, please call me. She told me, take my medicine. She's like, please call me if your symptoms get worse, and go straight to the hospital if you feel dizzy or feel like you're gonna pass out or anything again. So I said, okay. Fast forward a few days, still bleeding. It's like day 20, still bleeding. I'm supposed to go to Ocean City with my boyfriend and his cousins on that Friday. So that Thursday night, I'm packing all our clothes and I'm just getting ready. I'm about to go to bed at this point. And so I use the bathroom before I go to bed. And I go in the bathroom and I feel like I had to poop. So I go to poop. But at the same time, I feel like I'm also about to throw up. So I call my boyfriend, I'm like, babe, I need you. I feel like I'm dying here. I need you. So he comes, bring me a bucket. So I'm throwing up and pooping at the same time, So I'm like, oh my God, something is wrong with me. Something is really wrong with me. I'm throwing up and I really didn't have much on my stomach. So it's basically just the lining of my stomach that I'm throwing up. So I'm like, okay, I get myself together finally. And I go to lay down. Again, I go to lay down. I was like, dang, I feel a lot better. After you throw up, it's like a relief almost. I said, I feel so much better, Abe. And then, boom, throw up again. I said, oh no, I have to go to the hospital. This is not right. I shouldn't be throwing up. So my boyfriend, 3 o'clock in the morning, mind you, you have to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning the next day, drives me to the hospital like the good boyfriend that he is. And of course he can't go with me because COVID. So he tries to stay and wait in the car for me. So I go back, and doctors running all these tests and stuff. And first thing he said, wow, your hemoglobin levels are really low. You need blood. You have to get a blood transfusion and 2 iron transfusions. I said, what? I said, a blood transfusion? I know nothing about blood transfusion. So I called my mom and like, Mom, they said I need a blood transfusion. And I was like, I don't know what to do. She's like, well, you have to get it. If they're telling you need a blood transfusion, you have to get it or you're going to die. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm scared. I'm in the hospital alone. I'm scared. So she's like, everything will be okay. She called my dad. Well, her and my dad were in the bed together. I put my boyfriend on the phone with us, and my mom just said a prayer for us. She's like, everything's gonna be okay. So I'm like, oh gosh. So the doctor tells me about the risk for this transfusion, and I'm getting scared at this point. I'm like, oh God, it could reject, it could do this, it could do that. I'm like, oh no. But I have to get it. So I get it, and I'm like, well, how long does this transfusion take? Like, when would I be at the hospital? Not caring about my health. I just want to go on vacation, like a little mini vacation. So the doctor's like, you should probably be out by the early morning. So I'm thinking 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, perfect. We can still go. My boyfriend can drive us down there. I get the blood transfusion. I don't get the blood transfusion actually until like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm waiting. The whole time I'm waiting, they're still running tests on me. I had to get a CAT scan, an MRI, because I started having really bad headaches. I do have really bad headaches anyways. Like, I have migraines, and I was supposed to go see a neurologist. Never went yet. I probably should do that soon. But I was having really bad headaches, so they took a CAT scan and an MRI. They were running all these different tests, and it just had me laying in there for a while before they started giving me my blood transfusion. I get my blood transfusion, and at this time it's like 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, it took a long time because I'm getting blood transfusion in one arm and an iron transfusion in the other arm. And I didn't know how long that took. So I'm getting these transfusions done. 8 o'clock, I finish up. The doctor comes in there and says, oh yes, you can't leave after a blood transfusion. We're gonna have to monitor you in case the blood rejects. I was pissed. I was crying. I was in tears crying because I don't like hospitals for one. I didn't like being alone for 2. And I wanted to really leave to go to Ocean City. So I called my mom bawling. She was like, would you rather be dead or would you rather be at the beach? Because you couldn't be at the beach if you were dead. I was like, that is very true. Even though I didn't want to hear that at the time because I was sad. She was like, thank God that you made it. Thank God that you're done with the transfusion, and you're just going to have to sit in there until, you don't have no choice but to sit in there. So I'm like, whatever. At this point, I'm mad at everyone. I don't talk to my boyfriend. I don't talk to my mom. I just sleep. The whole time I just sleep. They said, we're going to keep you overnight. So I'm thinking, I already stayed overnight because I came at 3 o'clock in the morning. You're going to keep me overnight another night? Or you mean you're going to release me later on today? They was like, no, we got to keep you another night. So I'm like, oh, heck no. I was like, are you sure? They was like, yes, actually, you need another iron transfusion. I said, what? Another one? So I had to get another iron transfusion, y'all. This was like at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's like, yeah, you need another iron transfusion. So I get another iron transfusion, and I sit there and I wait. And the iron transfusion, it was done at like 6 or 7. I think it was done like 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And the doctor was like, well, you can't leave yet even after it's done because we still have to monitor you a little bit. So I'm like crying. The doctor see me crying. She's like, you know what? I'll ask, could you leave after this iron transfusion if you're okay, if you're good to go. I said, thank you, please. I'm just trying to leave. So I get the iron transfusion, and they basically confirmed that it's my birth control. They said my birth control was running out of medicine. Remind you, I got it in September 2019. This is in May of 2020. If my birth control is supposed to last 3 years, why is the medicine running out? Why is no reason the medicine should be running out? I was so mad, y'all. I was like, are you kidding me? First of all, I didn't want to take the birth control out because it was so good for me. It was so good for me, like compared to the pills. And I don't want to go without being on birth control, but I'm not an advocate for birth control at all, because the only reason I'm taking birth control, only reason I'm taking birth control is because I live with my boyfriend. Put it like that. I live with my boyfriend. So I want to be safe. And if I didn't live with my boyfriend, or if I didn't have a boyfriend, I would not be on birth control. Trust me, I would not be on birth control. I do not like birth control. I don't like how it makes you feel. I don't know all the possible side effects. You know, I always worry about becoming sterile on birth control. I think of the craziest things. Anyways, so I got released from the hospital at 8 o'clock that night. My boyfriend's parents came to pick me up because my boyfriend drove his cousins down to Ocean City, and he was driving back up to be with me. He's crazy. He's very crazy. Ocean City is like 3 or 4 hours away. So my boyfriend is on his way back in town, and my boyfriend's parents come to pick me up. And after I got the blood transfusion and the iron transfusion, I'm telling you, yo, I felt so much better. I felt like a human being again. I felt so much better. I really don't know what look I'm going for, but I'm gonna go in with this palette. And I'm gonna go in with this orange color right here. Don't know the name, not gonna pronounce the name. It looks like Zakaya, so we're gonna go with Zakaya. I'm just gonna put that on the outside. So, oh, I'm using the wrong brush. That's why it looks like that. So basically, I'm fine. I'm fine. After the whole transplant, I feel so much better. They had to COVID test me, and that crap hurt. That crap hurt so bad. They stuck all the way in my brain. The lady was putting it in my nose, and I was like pulling her hand out while she was doing it. It hurt so bad. It only hurt for a second because they have to COVID test everyone that stays overnight. So I called my OBGYN while we're down in Ocean City and basically tell her what's happening so I can schedule a visit when we come back to get this crap out of my arm. So she calls me. she answers and she was like, okay, yes, that's what we can do. She was like, well, do you want to try Depo? Do you want to try anything else? Any other birth control? I'm like, no, I don't. Fuck birth control at this point. I said, get this thing out of my arm. I don't want to do anything else, especially not Depo. All the reviews I heard on Depo are terrible. I said, I don't want to do Depo. She told me I couldn't do the IUD because my uterus is too small because I haven't had kids yet. But I know people who have the IUD in their uterus and don't have kids. So I don't know. But I took her word for it. I was like, whatever. So after we get back from Ocean City, I scheduled a visit to see her. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. She was like, when you left my office, it wasn't this bad, was it? I said, no, it must have had, like, my iron levels and stuff must have dropped after, after seeing you for a few days. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. She's like, I'm glad you're feeling better. So she took the implant on my arm. Getting the Nexplanon removed was freaking annoying because it felt like it took forever. She couldn't find it. It had formed fatty tissue around the implant. And she just was taking a long time to get it out. She finally got it out. And at first, I wasn't numb. That crap hurt. She was like, oh, you can still feel it? I said, yes. The crap hurt. But she finally got it out. And since then, I haven't been having any problems. I've been having normal periods. Thank God I'm having normal periods again. And I just felt so much better. I feel so much better off birth control. I feel so much better just natural. Like, if I'm supposed to have a kid, I'll have a kid, but I'll do everything else, like, condoms or whatever it takes so I don't have a kid until I'm ready. I'd rather do that instead of birth control. I think I'm done with birth control, even though my mom and my boyfriend's mom's like, so what's the plan next? Like, what are you about to get on since you're off Nexplanon? What are you about to get on? So I have to find something soon. I'm thinking about a low hormonal birth control pill. My aunt the one who also did bad with Depo, she recommended that to me because she said she's been on birth control pills that made her feel like she was crazy as well. And she didn't like them, but she said she's on a low hormonal birth control. So I think that's what I'm going to try out. I think I'm just going to give it a chance. If I don't like it, I will get off it right away. My thing with birth control is, you know how it can make you gain weight. Like, it makes you more hungry. And I'm on a weight loss journey right now, and I'm not trying to be more hungry. So that's my only thing. I just have to control my cravings, which I'm doing a pretty good job at right now. I lost 20 pounds in 1 month, so I'm proud of myself. But I'm going to try out some new things, and hopefully they will work. But that's my little Nexplanon horror story because that was definitely a nightmare. I'm going to go in and put my lashes on. These are my lashes for my brand. They're in the style Marie. I'm going to go in and put my lashes on before I finish everything else. But besides my health, I fell off with my business because quarantine, for one. I didn't feel like going to meet people to drop off my lashes. I didn't feel, excuse me, because I might be sweating because these lights are like beating down on me. I didn't feel comfortable with meeting people to drop off lashes, and I didn't feel comfortable shipping stuff. I just took a break from all that for a second. And then George Floyd happened. And all the protests happened. And I became really passionate about protesting. I started going to protests, and I just was off social media. If it wasn't about Black Lives Matter, I didn't want to see it. I didn't care about it. I didn't post anything. Like, for a good while, I didn't post anything unless it was pertaining to Black Lives Matter and how the heck we're going to fix the state that we're in. So I stopped posting on my business. Well, I posted Black Lives Matter stuff on my business page, but it was really on my personal page a lot, and I just fell off with my business. I felt like that was more important at the time, which it was, which it still is important. By the way, we need justice for Breonna Taylor still. But fast forward, I was like, I don't know if I want to sell lashes anymore. I need to find something else that I could help my people. Like, I wanted to help. I have a degree in psychology, so I have a passion for helping people. Besides my degree, I've always had a passion for helping people. So I was like, let me do something that can help my people. And I was thinking about becoming a doula. I still am, but I was like, I'm not going to sell lashes no more. And I was like, why would you stop selling lashes? You making a business. We talk about multiple streams of income and stuff like this. She's like, this is an income for you, and it could be more. It's just like, it can be your sole income at one point. So why would you stop? I was like, you're right. So I gave it another thought. I was like, you're right. I just need to rebrand, collect myself, pull back some, and redo it all over again, because I started this business like blindly. I started this business very blindly. I found a vendor quickly, which I love my vendor. I found a vendor very quickly, and I started making an Instagram page, a website, and I started posting on my Instagram page, but I didn't think about everything else that came with the business, such as shipping. At first, I wasn't shipping. I was just dropping off lashes locally. And I was like, well, I want to expand, so let me just let me add shipping. I don't do international shipping, but I do shipping within the US. So I was like, let me just do shipping. Bought my packages. I said, I bought these little bubble mailers off of Amazon, and I was just going to use that to, I'm trying to figure out which lash is the right and which one is the left. Does anybody else have this problem? Because these lashes are really full, like all the way around, so I don't know. But I was like, I'm just going to buy bubble mailers, put the contents in, and mail them out. Mind you, I ain't never mailed anything in my life before, ever. The first packages that I sent out, y'all please don't judge me. I don't thank God that y'all got y'all packages, because I was sending out packages without stamps on them. I didn't know. I was just dropping in a blue envelope. I would put my lashes in, seal it, put the address, return address, and the address to whoever it's going to, and then just drop them in a blue UPS mailbox, not knowing I needed stamps. I needed to weigh this stuff. Like, I was just doing it all willy-nilly. And until one day, I sent off about 6 lashes. That's a lot of lashes to be sending off in one order. I sent off 6 lashes to my Neo. And a month later, I'm thinking, a month goes by and I'm thinking, oh, she got her lashes, whatever. month goes by and she was like, hey, did you no, I texted her and I was like, hey, did you ever get the lashes? Because she never texted me. And she was like, no, I'm still waiting. I said, are you kidding me? And at this point, I learned how to put stamps on packages. My boyfriend bought me a whole thing of stamps. I learned how to put stamps on packages. I put stamps on packages. And I'm sweating, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna do that real quick. So I put the stamps on her package and I'm like, you know, I'm all good to go now. I got stamps on them. And I drop it off in a blue mailbox. Mind you, 6 lashes. So, you know, the weight is a little bit heavier than my normal packages where it's like 2 or 3 lashes in a box. And I drop it off and I'm like, what? You didn't get your package yet? That's crazy. I dropped it off a month ago. She's like, no, I'm still waiting on it. And I told my mom this and she dies laughing. She's like, are you freaking kidding me? You only put 1 stamp on that thing? I was like, yes, what do you mean? I didn't know you put multiple stamps on it. She's like, yes, you have to get the weight and stuff. So it's just a lot of things like that I didn't know about. That I'm still in the, I don't know why I'm holding like this, don't judge me. I'm still in a learning process of how to manage and run a business. So I thank you guys for supporting me, especially my profites who have supported me since the very beginning and have really been buying stuff and supporting me and just like sharing my business on the page. I really appreciate it because it's been getting me a lot more people, you know, to support my business. Guys, I'm so hot. Oh my God. But yeah. Looking at this now, I kind of want to attempt to do foundation. This is all I normally do when I go out. Of course, I blend this out more, but I think I'm going to attempt to do foundation. So, back to what I was saying. Thank you to my profites and my neos, of course, and my family and my friends that really support me. Even if you don't wear lashes, you're sharing my page, you're liking my stuff, you're commenting on my stuff. And I thank you. I thank you so much. You're watching my videos on YouTube. I thank you so much. Please continue to support me. It means a lot. It really does mean a lot to me. I'm gonna try this Fenty Beauty foundation. It's in 440. My boyfriend bought it for me. I don't know. I think it's a little too light for me because it is summer. So I got a lot darker. So I mixed it with this Makeup Forever matte foundation. Don't know what it's in, but yeah, I mixed the two together to make it more closely to my neck and my skin tone. But I just got a lot more to learn for my business. And I think I'm gonna go off camera to finish my foundation because I'm really hot and it's gonna be hard if I'm sweating while I'm trying to do this. These lights are driving me crazy. So I'm back. Okay, so I told y'all I don't really do foundation. I think I did an okay job. I don't have setting powder, so makeup gurus, don't kill me. I don't have setting powder because I don't do foundation, and I feel like this color is off because look at my neck. This looks a little greenish to me. I don't know how to explain it. It looks a little greenish to me. Like on camera it looks fine, but once I took my scarf off because my edges was getting laid because I haven't had my hair done in 2 months. Don't judge me. You know, follow my lock journey videos coming soon, okay? But my scalp was a little bit darker than the foundation. I was like, oh no, like what is going on? So I think I'm gonna branch out with foundation a little bit and try to find something that's closer to my shade and find setting powders and learn how to contour and highlight. I didn't do any of that. I just put a little bit of concealer under here, foundation. I don't have any dark, you know, contour shades, so I don't know how to do any of that. I really want to learn how to do that. In the future, I hope that I can learn to do that and I can put it on my channel. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, so yeah, I want to branch out and learn more about foundations. If you guys have any positive critiques, leave them down below, please. No harsh comments because I'm new with this, like I said, and you will get blocked, so I don't care. Leave the comments, leave whatever comments you want. But I really need tips. I don't know how to do this. I tried to look on YouTube and I feel like I need it in person. Like I'm hands-on. Somebody has to do it with me while I'm doing it on my face, if that makes sense. But thank you for watching this video. It's kind of lengthy. I'm sorry about that. I just wanted to update you guys and let you know what's going on with my brand and basically tell ya why I've been MIA. So that's why. As far as my business, I do have something new coming that's not lashes, and I'm really excited, and you will see that soon. Or if you follow my lash page at Lash by Nia, NIA _ Lash by Nia _ on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter. my personal Twitter. Everything will be down in the description box, and I hope that if you like this video, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, share, comment, do whatever. I hope to have more content for you guys coming soon. I hope to be consistent. I bought a new Mac just so I can edit, so I'm praying that I can be consistent, because I've really been trying to start a YouTube channel ever since 2014, and I was like, fuck it, let me just do it. Why not just do it? And it's perfect timing, especially now I have my lash brand. Why not just do it? So I thank you for everybody who's been with me thus far. I thank you for all the new people who are going to join me, you know, on this little journey. Here on my channel, I will be having, you know, makeup tutorials. I will do an eyebrow tutorial. I will be doing vlogging, any lifestyle stuff. I travel a lot, so, you know, of course not because Corona now. We ain't traveling nowhere, but I do travel. Me and my boyfriend also have a channel where we show, like, we went to Europe, Paris. We went to Europe, and we went to Paris, Spain, and Italy. So that's on my boyfriend's channel. I will leave that down in the description box as well. But if you have any videos that you would like to see, if you have any recommendations, any critiques, please leave them all down in the comment section. And I thank you for watching this video. And go support a girl. Go buy some lashes. Y'all like these? Hold on. Or do y'all like these? Or do y'all like these? Okay? If you liked any of those, or if you like sunglasses in general, go to my website at lashbynea.com and go get you a pair. And while you at it, go buy some lashes. All right, now I'm leaving for real. Bye.